recording of our laptop screen is it's not looking too good. The phone I was using has also died.
This slop tuber is an individual who has been shamelessly stealing my content for months. When I had a brief hiatus from my content and I wasn't uploading, he took full advantage of that, supercharging his channel. And of course, I'm talking about none other than the degenerate himself, Dolan Dark. You probably know him as the guy with the funny voice that goes, "Welcome back to Slop Live. Did you know what Ismengard said? It was crazy, bro." Now, it doesn't always feel good to watch your competition fall. Take Far Cry 3, for example, with VODS. You know, he's the main antagonist for the first half of the game. He shoots your brother, kidnaps you, tries to sell all of your friends into slavery. But once he's gone, you do miss him. It's like the dynamic between the Joker and Batman. They need each other to exist. And also because in that game as well, as soon as VODS dies, the game does become very mid because all you've got left is Hoyt. But before that, again, we do have some amazing merch that you can buy from pyrocynical.store. Link in the description. We've got t-shirts, caps, hoodies. We have a lot. There's been a fresh restock. So please purchase now. Get mommy's credit card now. And you know what? I do miss VODS and Far Cry 3. One person I don't miss, however, is Dolan Dark. Now, I am so happy to talk about this because recently Dolan has had a little bit of a downfall in his career. Now, if you don't know who Dolan is, he is a meme creator, basically turned into a slop channel. He's basically like one of 4 people to survive the entire MLG phase of the internet back in 2017. And also as well, he's a professional Pokemon card opener.
What the fuck is going on? What is going on? What's happening? What is happening? What is going on?
And also on top of that as well, he's a co-host on the podcast that we run. To be honest, it's basically a retirement home at this point because I'm 28, pushing 30, and I'm the youngest person on that podcast.
Have you ever made a slop video like you're genuinely proud of, or you're pleased with?
Yeah. I think like 6 months ago or so, we tried doing like kind of...
That's how long ago? 6 months of straight dog.
Now, if you remember, I've kind of gave into slop a little bit, right? Like, I talk about a lot of slop. Dolan had this amazing idea to try and belittle me by basically getting topics that I talk about and then condensing it into 30 seconds.
Welcome back to Slop Live. Pyrocynical, Pyro. Thanks for slopping by.
And because my fan base are full of people that love and support me and they're so positive, they've basically all clamored to him. And usually if you go on his channel, the top comment will be something like, Pyro would take 5 minutes to explain what diabetes is. So imagine if you're Dolan Dark, right? You wake up in the morning. What's the first thing you do? I gotta record another slop video today, bro. I can't do it. It's so difficult to talk for 30 seconds. He will spend 2 minutes researching a topic, 30 seconds recording it, and then he spends the other 12 hours of the day trying to get a win on Fall Guys to trick you into thinking he's actually good at the game. I want to say, by the way, if I find out that the top comment on this video is someone saying rent-free, I'm just going to start banning people. I know what's going to happen, man. I'm going to do this whole video crying about Dolan, and the top comment will be someone with like that Nelson dog profile picture just saying rent-free. So what happened to Dolan? Why is there a downfall? Well, on the 22nd of May, he posted a video titled, "It Might Be Over," and he delivered the absolutely heartbreaking news that his computer was corrupted with all of his footage on it. And even worse, all of the Fall Guys wins that he got, which he probably stole from YouTube or used float hacks for, that footage was also lost. But fortunately for us, he did actually end up having some footage backed up on his laptop.
I've got some heartbreaking news for you guys today. My computer corrupted with all the slop on it, and more importantly, all the Fall Guys footage.
Yes!
So we're stuck here watching a recording of our laptop screen.
Notice the Alienware, very expensive laptop. Ignore the Packard Bell logo. It's an Alienware. It's $7,000. He only bought this, by the way, because he was making so much money off basically stealing my content, which I find to be wild.
This is, I don't know why I had this on there, but you know, we still got the Full Guys footage. Hopefully not a rerun, but yeah, that is the slop for today. My computer crashed.
I'm so happy. I actually commented saying finally some good news. And then the situation became even more sad/insane because he then had no PC. So he ends up recording the entire video on his laptop. He could have easily used like a built-in screen recorder or something like that, but I think the cope was he had no Wi-Fi. So he basically had to record on his phone, his laptop screen, and then probably go to a Starbucks or something to actually get Wi-Fi to upload the slop. Keep in mind, this is how desperate for money he is. Like this is the guy you're supporting, by the way. What the fucking... And in this video, which this disgustingly greedy YouTuber made, he talked about the Kanye West situation, how Kanye said he's no longer anti-Semitic, while on the same day, he got all of his choir to make a song circling around P. Diddy's Star of Fame. Now, one thing I do have to give him credit for his disgusting amount of resourcefulness, because obviously he didn't have any editing software on the laptop, he ends up like showing the tweets on his phone while showing the Fall Guys gameplay.
Today he tweeted out that he is done with
He's showing his phone. Like, we have reached new levels of brokey. He's actually showing his phone as an edit.
that he is done with anti-Semitism.
Okay, he wins that one. That's a funny one.
Also saying that he got to FaceTime his kids. Thank you, God.
He's still a complete leech. You idiots really gave him 200k views from that. Like, it's just recorded gameplay, Fall Guys, and then he's showing his phone occasionally. Guys, you have a problem. Stop watching him. But unfortunately, this format wasn't here to stay, because on the 24th of May, Dolan uploaded another video titled, This Isn't Good. And we learned through this very sad installment that not only did his PC die, but his laptop battery is flat. Has he dropped his laptop?
There's no easy way to say this, but it's not looking too good. The laptop I was using has decided to die.
Just buy a new phone, man. Look at that screen. Just buy a new phone.
Yeah, I'll hopefully fix things. Thanks.
Right, so he's basically just becoming more and more broke. Like, he's got no actual... He's only on his phone now. And that was some older looking phone. Look at that thing. What is that? Can someone identify what phone that is? That looks like an iPod Touch. So the Fall Guys footage is now being recorded on his phone. So we've basically had another downgrade, because instead of being screen recorded on a laptop, it's being screen recorded on a phone. So he basically used a phone to record Fall Guys gameplay on another phone. A very cracked phone. Cracked as in the screen on the phone's cracked, not the gameplay. I don't want to give this guy more of an ego than he already has. Thank you very much. And then soon after, Dolan ended up uploading another video called It's Definitely Over. His laptop died, his PC died, his phone actually broke as well. He resorted to he ended up drawing pictures or artistic interpretations of Fall Guys to, you know, give you something to stimulate your brain while you consume the slop.
The phone I was using has also died, so if you're wondering why the gameplay looks a little different, that is why. So yeah, as you can see, it's only a matter of time, maybe a year or two, before it's impossible to tell. Yeah, I don't know what to do, guys.
That's it.
It's, yeah.
More effort than your videos. You would not... Have you seen the video I just put out on The Last of Us 2 finale, where we use clips from the show and the game? Quite feminine fingernails, I think, there. Quite strange. Quite dainty fingernails. I'm not sure why. My favorite comment in the video is this one guy saying at 43 seconds, nice clutch. And also, he tries to show an example of how AIs became scarily accurate. He can't actually show any examples because he doesn't have any editing software to show you. So he instead just shows a drawing of two people speaking.
Google, they've recently had a breakthrough in AI, and now it's making videos that are almost impossible to tell are AI. Here's one for you now. So yeah, as you can see, it's only a matter of time, maybe a year or two, before it's impossible to tell.
And then the situation got even worse because he uploaded another video that his phone has basically died. So now it's just a black screen with him talking.
You can probably already guess what happened, but after my PC, my laptop, and my phone died, it looks like my cameras died too. So all I have left now is audio.
I didn't want to say this on stream, but Dolan has a really bad gambling problem. He just wastes it all on Pokemon cards that might be worth 2 cents more in 20 years. Yeah, and all the money we give you is used on fat. Yeah, not all of it.
Channel.
Settle down.
Yeah, I'm not too sure where we go from here. As you can tell, I'm a little bit sick, so it might be just time to wrap it up.
Hopefully he died. That's all I can wish for.
Well...
In a video game. One of the top comments on that video being the slop has entered the dark age. The slop after that as well, the audio has also died, so he tends to attempt to communicate to people through Morse code. I did actually translate the Morse code on screen, and it says, "Welcome back to Slop Live. Sorry to report I have lost my voice. I don't see how I can come back from this. Thanks for for slopping by. Now, this comment got the seal of approval from Dolan in the comment section as well, so I assume it's correct. Now, there was radio silence for a week. Unfortunately, we did not hear a word from my biggest competition. How sad. But we got an update in the form of a new video he put out called Finally. And this actually shows footage of Fall Guys without any setbacks. The only problem is his microphone is still broken, so he's trying to communicate to us through YouTube auto captions. But look, he added subtitles. Why is it? It's Ukrainian as well. Welcome back to Slop Live. I finally have some good news to share with you all. The good news is I finally have a PC that works. Toke, it is blank Rick now. To bad news, unfortunately now, my microphone is broken. So I have to communicate using YouTube captions. And also to button between G and J on the keyboard is broken. So the letter H on his keyboard is broken. But I have fate. It will be back to normal in no time. As for Slop, Mr. Beast is probably in trouble again or something. I hate him. I want to kill him. I hate him so much, genuinely. This then led Dolan a couple days later to upload another video called Finally Some Odd News. Again, as you can tell, the G on his keyboard is still broken. Now, he said he got like a new editing program for this. The top comment is actually saying unopened slop from 2008. And the video is about as high quality as you can expect. Unfiltered white Arial font, and it's locked at 480p quality. And there's no audio again. It is just text on screen. So yeah, it's giving the vibe of one of those tech tutorials you'd watch that plays like 009 Dreamscape or Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. But finally, we have some good news for Dolan, thankfully, because he posted an update on Asmongold. He obviously had nothing else to talk about on that day. So we called it, the Asmongold situation is hilarious. And he's back on his PC, he's got his editing software, his footage, it's all back to normal. The only problem is, his microphone sounds a little bit rough.
Asmongold didn't really seem to care about this.
So it really goes to show that Dolan is like a cockroach. Does that fly? You can take off his legs, you can expose him to nuclear radiation, but somehow he will still survive.